everybody, this is Dave from the Scooter Lounge with a video on the Royal Alloy scooter. We had a specific request from one of our friends on YouTube, Babs Romero, and she wanted to know how to install a battery on one of these bikes. Actually, that's a very good question, Babs, because on this particular bike, it's a challenging job. So let's get started. To install a battery on a Royal Alloy scooter, the tool you need is a Phillips screwdriver and really small but strong hands. So the first thing we have to do is take off this door, and that gives us access to the battery compartment. Inside of here, we have the wires, and we've got this little battery strap. This is the battery that the Royal Alloy scooters use. This Dynavolt, particular size and so forth, is actually a hard to find battery. Your dealer can find you a battery that's compatible with it, or we can also order this exact battery from Genuine Scooter Company. However, it is kind of expensive. For the price of this battery, there are other options that are either better or more economical. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to be installing this battery. So what you want to do is, these wires have plenty of length, so you want to take the wires and install them to the battery. Be sure when you do this that the negative cable goes to the side of the battery that has a minus sign on it. Another thing to notice about the battery is that these battery nuts that hold it in are a little bit weird. So if I tip this over, this rectangular shaped nut falls out of the battery. If you lose this, you can't attach the battery. So this needs to slip into this slot on the side of the battery terminal. And then you need to take the wire and put the screw through it. And then tighten up this screw. Then we'll repeat the same process for the positive terminal. Okay, so it's important when you put these terminals on, you need to kind of have the wire facing forward. All of this is made more complicated by the length of these wires, but it's the way it was made, and we have no choice but to deal with it. So rather than over here, we need to rotate it over here. It's helpful to use a 10mm wrench to tighten these instead of a screwdriver, because you'll be able to get them tighter and there's less risk of them coming loose. For the purposes of this video, we're just using a screwdriver. Now this is the tricky part. You need to put the battery in first, kind of sideways. And then once it gets in here, you have to rotate it and stand it up and push it back like that. And then you got this fun little rubber strap. This is where strong but small hands come in handy. On the sides of the battery compartment, there are hooks. These hooks clip on both sides of the battery compartment, which is tricky. And that's it. Now you just have to put the little door back on, and your battery is installed